Mr. Ngatia, thank you very much for accepting to do this interview once again with KSB during this period when Saba Saba fever is actually in Kenya. It has gripped the whole of the Kenyan nation, and the Jubilee government is in a state of panic. Now, we saw that there were some members of the Kikuyu elders who went to pray at Uhuru Park, and they did a lot of rituals. What is your take on these prayers?
Thank you very much. Believe me, we should curse it. Any right-thinking person should curse and condemn their cruel, primitive, uncouth, atavistic behavior, which cannot be displayed in this time and era by illiterate Kikuyu illiterate elders. In fact, what they did is primitive. And let me tell Kenyans, nobody should take them seriously or fear these illiterate Kikuyus because they are very cheap. You saw they didn't have even teeth. They don't have brain. These are evil Kikuyus who believe in witchcraft, which are returning the tribe in the most barbaric, savage era. As far as Kenyans are Christians, let every Christian in Kenya condemn this atavistic, old-fashioned Kikuyu chauvinism in total. Because these guys, these old wase Kikuyu chula, wale chula, walabanji, wameogo, they were bribed by Uhuru Kenyatta because Uhuru Kenyatta government is in panic. That's why he hired these old thugs, Kikuyu, useless, to go and use their witchcraft at the space station at Uhuru Park. It should be condemned by each and everybody who love peace and unity. We can't go back to idol. We don't worship idol. And we are not Kenyan people. And the youth are not going to worship idol. Believe me, these are criminals who should be taken to court and jailed. They should feel ashamed. Because first and foremost, I wonder, the Kenya Red Alliance, wonder, do we have animal rights activists in this country? Where are they? And they should take these criminals to court because of throttling heads. They shed blood at Uhuru Park. Who are they threatening? This reminds me of what took place many years ago. That was in 1969 when Jomo Kenyatta, Uhuru's father, killed Tom Mboya. The Kikuyus or the Kenyatta organized mass thing in Gatodo and elsewhere that said we shall never allow rules to take power in Kenya. Believe me, Kenyan people should rise up right now. Do away with these primitive methods. Kikuyu must be reminded once again, they don't own Kenya. Kenya is not owned by one tribe. Kenya is for all of us. There are more than 42 tribes in Kenya, and we cannot be treated by Kikuyus. We know right now, because of Saba Saba, they are organized to come and disrupt Saba Saba Day tomorrow. We know the groups of Kuria, Waititu, Sonko, and the others, plus Kwekwe Squad, men who will wear civilian clothes, mingle with the people to come and destroy or disrupt a peaceful meeting called by Cody tomorrow. believe me, Kenya should say enough is enough. If they try, these people, to come and sabotage a peaceful meeting, they should be dealt with. They should be dealt with. Wajaribu, waone. Chamtemakuni. We cannot live on Kikuyu threatening other people as if they fought. They keep on reminding us they fought. They fought for what? Mau who fought are nothing. Mau who fought, we have never had even a Mau who fought having a position. They are poor. Majority of them are dead. Others are very poor. They have been cheated by all regimes in Kenya. So why should the Kenyan people, especially the Kikuyu youth, be used by Uhuru only to be killed by Kwekwe squad the way they were used in 2008, 2007 during elections to kill other people, other tribes in Kenya? And at the end of the day, they were killed by Kwekwe squad. So we cannot have illiterate youth, Kikuyu youth, who are used, then they are killed. They have to wake up in this time and era. So we condemn all these evil things being done by Uhuru. Let Uhuru perish. I don't know why Kikuyu people and the Kikuyu youth or the Kikuyus, wherever they are, supporting Uhuru and the Ruto government. Uhuru Kenyatta should not be supported. Call us paid as paid. If Uhuru does, this Uhuru is a rich man's, comes from the rich, filthy rich Kenyatta, Kamalisa Muaji. Kwani amempa nini? Tunakulaga kwake. Let him perish. We should not side with Uhuru. Who is Uhuru Kenyatta, my friend? Akumukeni wa Kikuyu. Ondoeni ujinga, muamuke, mutumie bongo. If you use brain, everybody has a brain. Don't side with a failed man. Uhuru is a failed president. He was rigged there. Today, if war comes to Kenya, let me tell you, or Kenya goes to the dogs, it is because of Uhuru. Why should we support Uhuru, a failure? Government comes and goes. We saw his father came and went. We saw Moi, Daniel Moi came and disappeared. We saw Kibaki, we saw his fascism and tribalism, came and went. Now we are seeing Jomo Kenyatta's son, Uhuru. Uhuru will come and go. This time he should go. We should not have faith with Uhuru. Kenya deserves, the people of Kenya deserve a better government, a clean government, a government that cares Kenyan people, a government that cares our children, a government that cares the people of this country. Kenya is bigger than anybody, than Uhuru and Ruto. They better go to hell or perish. This time we should start this tale and make sure we liberate Kenya. We call upon God, leaders, to steer it very clear, and this we want to let him change. And if they fail, they will be condemned by all Kenyans. So let us come out in full force and remove this oppressive Kikuyu Kalenjin mafia government once and for all. A luta continua. Long live the Kenya, Saba Saba. Long live the patriotic Kenyans. Let us do away with the traitors in the party. Let us do away with the cowards, bourgeois, traitors, moles, and liberate this country once and for all. Let us make this year a year of liberation.
Mr. Ngatia, the Saba Saba day has come. What do you think CORD needs to do if they really want to bring down the government? Do you think that a rally will bring down a government? What is there? What are the logistics of or the strategies of bringing down the government?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, Everything depends on God, leaders, with their strategy, clarity of ideas they have put together, and not wavering, and leading the movement, because you cannot send the people in war front. A general cannot send soldiers at the war front without general being there. So Matiba failed because of him. Matiba de Lubia, the last Saba Saba, failed because they were not there in the front line. So if you want to liberate this country, leaders must be at the forefront, in the front line, to take the fire and to feel the pain of bullets. So this depends on God. But one thing I can assure the Kenyan people, or whoever is listening, we can bring down our government or any government, regardless which country, if God relies on the workers to down their tools and to make economy of Kenya to stand still. Be there the railway, no railway will go, no transportation, no flower farmers, no coffee or tea, horticultural, milk products, everything stand still, and this should happen in all 47 counties. It will take a very short time for this government to collapse. And if this government, which we know very well, a criminal government, will use violence to force people to go to work, to threaten people, because that's what they have already done, threaten the people. Tomorrow we have heard everybody who is listening to mass media in Kenya what this government will do, but the leaders should not back or succumb to pressure. They should put all our youth, their own youth will liberate this country, and if Kenyan people, the so-called people's power, come out in full force everywhere in this country, from Mandera to Mombasa, from Marsabit to Lamu, in all corners of Kenya, every city, every county, the youth is stand up, down the tools, and they take the consequence, because I think this government will fall. So, to answer your question, if God leaders will be there to lead the people, Kemayu boys are useless and nothing. The army, Gishagi boys, and the GSU, General Karagi boys are useless, because you cannot win. A people united cannot be defeated. United people cannot be defeated by any power. Believe me, if Kenya's people stand firm in every county, this government will be brought down, and the leaders of darkness and the death, these evil forces, starting with Uhuru, they will run away, because Kenyans will hunt them, smoke them wherever they are. Who are they? If they shed blood in this country, nobody will forgive them, and they will be resisted. And if the government uses violence, what we call violence, Kenya, the opposition code, should think of arming the youth. We have millions of idle youth, unemployed youth, who has nothing to lose in this country but to liberate their country. Let the youth not be cowed by Uhuru. Let the youth not be threatened by Uhuru government, a failed government that has made this country a banana republic. Let the youth stand up like other youth and liberate this country. The army is rubbish. The GSU are rubbish because next time we shall deal with them. They are oppressed. The youth are oppressed. Even the GSU that guards Uhuru, that protects Uhuru, lives like dogs. They don't have insurance company. They are not even well paid. Why should they kill Kenyans just because of filthy one tribe or two tribes? We cannot allow a country like Kenya to be ruled by two tribes. We cannot. It is even a pity that 1 year has gone, this country being ruled by only two tribes, Uhuru and Ruto. And to make the matter worse, they are criminals. We should not allow this to happen. Let us Kenya stand as one man and say no to them. Let this country sink, if it is to sink, and we will remove these people. We shall build Kenya and make Kenya a better place to live after we remove these murderers, these butchers, the butcher of Eldoret, William Ruto, and the butcher of Naivasha, Uhuru Kenyatta. Thank you very much.